Welcome, everyone. My name is Nick Hershey. I'm the president of the Mortgage Calculator. We are a non-delegated correspondent lender that operates a little bit differently. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. We can go over what really makes us different and special, and hopefully we're a good fit for everybody. Once I go through a little bit of a overview, we'll have Kyle go through a little bit of the back end, show how the software and the system works, and then we'll close it out with Jose Gonzalez, our sales manager, with 28 years of experience, bringing it all together, the new technology and the way we work with actually closing the loans. So let me start here by sharing my screen. And we'll go over a little bit of what we mean here on this page. So hopefully most of you have joined from this page and read through a little bit. But let's talk about what we mean. So obviously we're different as a company. We are all about leads and software here, as you can see up at the top. So unlimited leads, and we put it all through our software system, which is CRM, POS, LOS, all together, and obviously powered by AI, which is kind of the new thing as well. So myself and Kyle, we come from a marketing and technology background. So we've spent millions of dollars on all the different ad platforms, generating leads at scale for the last 15 plus years. And we also develop all our own software to push those leads through the system. So we've done this for different industries. And obviously we have a little bit of a different background coming here to build a system for you guys for loan officers. So let me explain a little bit more about what we mean. So we're all about giving you guys the tool to scale your business instantly. So coming from not necessarily a banker background, obviously we took a different approach here, and we want to be able to give you guys the tools. You guys all know how to operate your business. You guys all have your own niche, your own expertise, the way you operate, no problem. We want to build a system that allows you to scale from there. So whether you use our system to use our leads or your own leads, we want to make sure it's all about leads and filling your pipeline with new business while you're already generating the business you guys are doing. So we want to be able to have you guys plug into our system, which is basically our CRM, POS, LOS. You'll see it all here together to generate more leads from what we're already doing. And obviously you can plug into our company leads anytime if you want to grab some of our company leads. So especially in this industry right now, where it has been the traditional basically referral outlets have been a little bit more stagnant. Definitely very important to have new lead sources at all times. So I hope everybody understands where we were coming from, where the business might have been plentiful, but we've always been planning to build a system that is scalable no matter what state the industry is in. So first section here is our business model. So let me explain a little bit more about how we operate here. As I mentioned, we are non-delegated correspondent, and that means we are approved with over 130 lenders and investors. And what that means for you guys and your borrowers is we can do either brokered or correspondent, whatever is best for our borrowers, especially when we're doing leads at scale. We want to make sure we always have the best home for that loan. So we have over 5,000 loan programs with us as the lender from our 32 investors, where we're always going to have the best rates and pricing because correspondent is always going to beat broker pricing because we're funding the loans with our own money, using our own law firms to prepare the documents, all that kind of good stuff, and risk that comes with funding our own loans comes with the reward of getting better pricing and terms. But if there's any reason that the customer does not fit with one of our standard loan programs that we fund in-house, no problem. We have over 105 wholesale lenders we work with for specialty loans or anything that we can't fund ourselves. So we want to make sure no matter what, we always have a place for that loan. So at the bottom there, you see all the loan programs. Obviously, we have everything you've ever heard of, but VA, USDA, FHA, Fannie, Freddie, non-QM, DSCR, all the standard stuff we fund in-house. Once you start going to commercial, mixed use, CDFI, SBA, that's the stuff we may broker typically, especially a lot of the construction stuff, fix and flip, stuff like that. So we want to make sure we have every type of loan possible, whether we fund that in-house or we broker that out. We want to make sure we have a home for that. Now, the next section here, how do we actually do it? It's with our software. So our lending technology is based on our software. You're seeing part of it here with our cloud-based website, but it all plugs in with AI. Kyle will show you a couple of ways that our AI Calvin plugs in. Also, our POS, CRM, LOS, everything is together. It's all here. You're actually looking at it. So it's software that's built for us, by loan officers, for loan officers. And really what that means for you, one login for you, no matter what investor or lender you use, one login for your customer, no matter what investor or lender we use. So your prospects can instantly flow from just a general name, email, and phone to pulling their own live rates, completing their own 1003, pulling their own credit, importing their own liabilities, all importing into the Encompass Place platform. where you guys don't actually have to log into Encompass. So we obviously use all the industry standard tools. So we have 50 plus API integrations where we use Encompass, Optimal Blue, CIC, Meridian Link, Account Check, Appraisal Works, all these different places. But you only need to log in one place. You can just go into our CRM and actually access Encompass without having to log in. You can click one button to get your Optimal Blue rates without having to log in. You can pull credit instantly without having to log in. You can do account check and pull a VOA, VOI, VOE instantly without having to log in. Appraisal works 5 AMCs at the click of a button without having to log in anywhere. So everything is just a click away. And the next bullet there is about our Calvin AI, which obviously a lot of different softwares and companies have the dual OS where you can run the dual OS side by side. But we've taken it a step further with allowing our Calvin AI to run our own analysis to see which one will be better for our customer in those specific cases. So a very cool tool there. And to top it all off, we have our development staff full-time on hand. So we do releases every week. And if you guys have any suggestions, ideas that will help your team, we always implement new suggestions. And the next section here is the trainings and support. We are all about the trainings and setting up the different systems. Being a remote-based company, it's very important to have all the trainings at your fingertips at all times. So we want to make sure we have that. We've built this business in all the different models, FDIC bank, broker, non-Del, and Del. We found that non-Del is the best. And we've also found that all the other business models are typically lacking the support and training. So we want to make sure we have all of that at your fingertips, whether that's our remote-based learning center where you can plug in anytime and do any courses, or our daily live trainings. So our daily live trainings are usually our public podcasts. So 5 days a week, we do our public rates, live rates, where we go through a different product as well for the public and obviously loan officers on our team. We do our live sales training for our team of loan officers and any other loan officers out there 5 days per week, which are our public podcast webinars. And we do 2 days per week, a really deep dive where Jose goes into depth on a specific loan officer training, a specific topic, very deep dive there for our team members and any prospective team members out there as well. We have our live Zoom support. So anytime you need to get help on a file, log into the live Zoom. Processors can take over your screen, click the buttons you need to click. And to top it all off, we have all of our partners in our knowledge center. So thousands of articles from us, but not only us, our partners. So all of our 100 plus investors and lenders all have different tips, tricks, guidelines, matrices, webinars, all kinds of different stuff that you can search with one click. And we also have Calvin program for compliance. So Calvin has all the federal regulations and most of the states, especially the ones we're licensed in, program to give you some help anytime. Just click that button, ask Calvin the question, and he will give you all the resources you need and give you the best answer there. And the last section here, just some things that set us apart don't necessarily fit in a general section. Something I'm very passionate about myself. The first bullet here, ability to close DSCR loans in 44 states, which is amazing. That's our most popular loan product and has definitely been popular throughout the downturn of the traditional business. And we love to do those loans in 44 states, which allows us to expand our license footprint without having to get more licenses. We also give you guys leads all kinds of different ways. Kyle will show you all different ways they come in on the back end, but we want to make it very simple. It's a 50-50 split if you take a lead that the company generated. And you can refer deals to senior LOs at the click of a button. So if for any reason you don't know how to do that loan type, maybe it's a fix and flip you've never done before, or maybe you're doing a loan for your spouse and you can't do it because of a conflict of interest, or maybe you're not licensed in that state, no problem. Click one button. You're instantly going to get connected with a team member that can do that loan and knows how to do that loan. And you can earn 75 basis points for working with your team member there to close that loan and still earn while you learn that new loan type, or earn still on a loan that you may have a conflict in. We also love to set you up with your own leads. So if you need to plug into our campaigns, you can. And if you already have your own leads, we have our webhook. You can just plug that in and bring those into our system. And no monthly fees. A big thing for us. Everything you see is what you get. Very transparent. Everything's up front. We come from more of a marketing and technology background. We want to make sure everything is more like a website membership where everything you see is very transparent and upfront for you guys. And also, we want to mention that Calvin AI is built in all kinds of different places as your assistant. And Kyle will show you a couple ways that he can help you out. But there's all kinds of different emails and different tips that he helps along the way to push our deals through for our team. And this is where the video is. If you guys drop off, please watch the video again. But let's get into the compensation plans, and then I can pass it over to Kyle. Let me zoom out here a little bit. I'm on my remote computer. And that looks like it fits. Okay. So we have broken it up into two plans here to get our teams started rocking and rolling nice and early. So we'll start over here with the senior loan officer plan. The commission, the base commission, 200 basis points for all our senior loan officers. That's 200 basis points on conventional non-QM. A little bit small writing here. That's 2% for those familiar with basis points. And very simple 50-50 split, 100 basis points on any company leads for conventional non-QM. That's 1% commission there. Now, obviously, that's the base. We can go up from there. And our senior loan officers are going to receive everything that everybody does on the team, but they're going to get the cream of the crop here, the referral leads from our team. So anytime our team clicks that button, says, I need some help on this loan, I don't know how to do a fix and flip, or I'm doing a loan for my spouse, or I'm not licensed, you're going to get that loan. And it's going to come with obviously a loan application that's already done, not just a lead, and a team member that's going to help you close that loan. So those are the best leads because it's a collaborative effort there. And then, of course, you'll get all the lead access as well for the general leads that are coming in. Our seniors will have access to everything. And the ability to make more, 25 basis points monthly bonus for any volume over 2 million. Again, we want to build a system for you guys to scale your business up. So if you're rocking and rolling, no problem. And 50 basis point monthly bonus for any volume over 5 million. So if you're really rocking and rolling, again, we want to give you as much comp back as we can because we're all about building that platform for you guys. And for those that like to teach, once you become a senior loan officer, you learn all our systems, learn how to do broker non-del, which is very different, takes a little bit of a challenge. You can upgrade to a team leader and earn 25 basis points, helping to structure those deals for your team and getting those deals disclosed. Excuse me. Now, everybody's going to start as a loan officer in training. We changed the naming a little bit there. But basically, while you're getting started learning our different systems, you're still going to make great commission. So 150 basis points, that's 150 basis points on conventional non-QM. That's 1.5%. And 75 basis points if you take a company lead for any conventional non-QM, that's 0.75%. So all of our team members, of course, you instantly get your website, CRM, POS, LOS, instantly get access to everything. You'll have the AI integration with Calvin to help you out at all the different parts, especially if you're new. That'll help you push your file through, give you tips and tricks. Unlimited leads at 50-50 split. Kyle will show you all the different ways they pop in the system. So you'll see that here in a second. Access to the live click-to-claim leads, which are definitely the best leads that we have. Kyle will show you how those work. And you can, again, click that button, collaborate with a team member. If you're not familiar, if you're still learning the system, no problem. Still make great commission there, collaborating with a team member. And we are licensed in 24 states for primary and second homes, and you can originate 20 additional states for business purpose here. So now, how do you upgrade to a senior loan officer? You're going to have to take all of the trainings and courses that it takes to do the non-delegated loans and all of the extra compliance and knowledge that comes with. So once you join, you can do brokered loans. Once you pass the basic courses here and you're in training to do the non-delegated. So that's really what it's broken down into. We've built all the courses out where you can just test into the different levels, but it does take a little bit of knowledge and background. So you're probably going to have to close a few loans before you go ahead and upgrade to that senior loan officer. But if you already know what you're doing, and you can test into it and you understand the whole process. Maybe you've been a banker before. That's what we called when we're doing delegated or non-delegated. We're mortgage bankers, a little bit different than a mortgage broker. If you're familiar, no problem. You can test into that. So now the courses are separated by testing in and out. So it'll be very simple and transparent for you guys. So that's how the plans work. Please feel free to sign up for the plan that's applicable for you. But let's go ahead and pass it over to Kyle, who will show the backend system and how everything works in the backend. So you ready, Kyle?
Excuse me. Yes, absolutely. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. Now, just do a little demo run through here. Of course, we do full trainings when you come on board, but just want to show you, excuse me, just want to show you the back end here of what it looks like. So our CRM here, just like any other CRM, of course, you can take your notes and send your emails and text messages. You can click here and have Calvin, our AI assistant, actually create the emails and text messages for you if you want him to write them out for you and send them to the client. Of course, you can set reminders for yourself. You can put people on action plans, drip campaigns, where it automatically emails them and texts them over the course of years on your behalf, right? So same thing any other CRM does here, but what really starts to set us apart here is our quoting system. So you'll notice here just a few pieces of info we can fill out. We can click one button here to pull up all the rates from all of our different investors, and we can choose the rates we want to show to the client here. And within 2 minutes, we can send the client an email and a text with a link to their quote, which looks nice like this here, where they can see the different rate options you gave them. They can scroll over these things to see what they mean. It pulls in the Google map automatically, the Zestimate automatically, the proposed loan info, does the breakdown of the taxes and insurance and payment, the estimated lender fees, and of course, you here as a loan originator. And you can also attach your realtor partners to it. So your realtor partners, they absolutely love this because they know when they send you a client, not only can you send their client a quote within a few minutes, but you can also attach the realtor to the quote. So you're keeping the realtor in front of their client's face saying, hey, we are your team that's pushing this deal across the finish line. So who are your realtors going to want to send clients to? Somebody who doesn't send a nice, cool quote like this within minutes, and somebody who doesn't put them in front of their client's face, or you who's going to keep them involved, keep them updated, and keep them right there in front of their client's face. Now, the coolest part about all of this is that your client can click Start My Loan Application when they're ready to move forward. Now, what that does is take them to their borrower portal, which looks like this, where they're going to see, looks like this here, where they can start their loan application immediately. They fill out their whole 1003 right here in our system. They do not have to leave the page. They start uploading the documents that we're going to need for the loan. They can see their loan info back here. They can see the milestone of where their loan is at, which of course automatically updates as you go through the loan process on the back end, right? So they can see where it is. And of course they can communicate with you through here as well. So this is their borrower portal. Now, let me show you what this looks like on your end here. So you'll notice that this test application is 100% complete, but you would see it go through the process here. The bar would be moving along. Notice you can help them upload the documents here as well. Now, once your client fills out the 1003 application, we instantly pull credit automatically, and we pay for it up front, right? So your client doesn't need to pay for their credit. They're going to fill out the application. It's going to ask for the credit consent, and we're going to pull the credit instantly and automatically. That way, when you click our Encompass API here, which as Nick said, we're using Encompass as the backbone, but you don't need to log into Encompass. You're going to be using it here in our system, which is much faster, much easier to use than the server side Encompass. Notice the 1003 will already be in here and it will already be all filled out. Also, the credit will be pulled and imported, and the liabilities, everything's already in here when you open it. So, of course, you're going to originate the loan. And then, as Nick said, we have our dual OS, our dual automated underwriting, where you can click one button to do Fannie and Freddie automated underwriting. And once you do that, our AI assistant Calvin is going to compare them and tell you which one is better to use for that situation. So, really cool there. We can order dual OS and you can get the analysis of which one works better for this client and this situation. Now, you also have your Calvin AI Assist here that can order VOA, VOI, VOE, request title, file the COCs, cancel the loan. All this stuff here you can use with the click of a button with our Calvin AI Assistant. Now, once you're actually originating the loan and it's been submitted to underwriting, what happens is, if we scroll down here, notice the underwriting conditions are right here. So all here in the same place, we even get our conditions, and we can sit here and we can upload a document to fill the condition. We could dispute the condition and kick it back to the underwriter. So you see here how all the way through the system, start to finish, this is how we're going to take somebody from being, just a name, email, phone number to collecting their, speaking to them, quoting them, gathering their 1003, their documents, pulling their credit, even uploading the conditions. Everything is done through here in the one system. You can even request new documents, whether it's you or your processor. You can click this button and say, you know what, I need bank statements from the last 2 months. Click save, and now it's going to ask the client for bank statements for the last 2 months, right? You could even say, hey, I want to change this. It's not going to be a conventional. It's actually going to be a VA self-employed loan. I want to replace the documents with that. And that'll ask them for the correct documents you need for that loan type. So I know you might not know the exact type of documents that you're going to need for each loan type, but the system does. You can also request signatures. and you can request signatures here, and it prompts your client to sign them. And again, they don't have to leave their borrower portal. Our legal e-sign is already built in to our system. So everything is here in this one system. So now let's talk about where the leads actually come from, right? So as Nick said, we have our click to claim leads that are coming in. So essentially our leads from our Facebook campaigns are going to come in every single day to your phone. So somebody clicks on our Facebook ads, they double opt in to be contacted, you get a text message immediately to your phone, so you can call them within seconds of them applying online, right? So those are the hot exclusive click to claim leads that are coming in on a daily basis. Now, another way that we provide you to work leads here in our system is our auto dialer. So we have an auto dialer, just like most CRMs. You can call 300, 400, 500 people in a day using the dialer. If they don't answer, you can press one button that sends them a text and an email from your number, from your email automatically, letting them know you just tried to call and to give you a call back. So of course, dropping automated texts and emails, calling hundreds of people in a day, and we provide the leads in here. So there's leads in here, everything from DSCR leads to purchase leads, bank statement leads. We also have cold call lists in here. We have realtor call lists in here. We can call hundreds of realtors in a day. So there's always thousands of leads here in the auto dialer for you to call. Another way that we provide you to work leads here in our system is that you can purchase your own campaign. So if you want more leads, the same leads that we're giving you, right? But you don't want to pay a lead split on them, you can purchase a campaign where we take our ad campaign, we copy it, and we put your budget on it, right? So those same ad campaigns that we've proven out, that we know work, that we spend our money on to give you leads at no upfront cost, if you want to, you can pay for them upfront and not have a lead split on the back end. So we're going to give you leads for free all day. But if you want to get even more leads and not have a lead split on them on the back end, you can purchase your own campaigns. And again, all we do is copy our campaigns that we've already proven out, and then we put your budget on it, and those leads go directly to you with no lead split. Now, another way that we provide you to work leads here in our system is that you can import leads. So if you're already purchasing leads from another legitimate lead source, let's say it's Zillow or LendingTree or Free Rate Update, you can bring those leads here into our system using your custom webhook that we give you, and we give you the instructions here on how to do it. And that way, as soon as that lead comes in from, let's say Free Rate Update or something, that comes into our system immediately. You get sent the text and an email letting you know you have a new lead, and they're already in our CRM so that you can call them and quote them and all this stuff like any other lead that we give you. So you see here, basically any way that there is to work leads, we provide you here in our system. So that is our goal for, all the options that you would ever have to work leads to have at your fingertips. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and turn it over to Jose here. As Nick said earlier, Jose is our sales manager, 28 years of being a loan officer and a realtor. And so he's going to talk about how this all comes together to close more loans, the type of support that we provide here, and then we will go ahead and open it up to questions. So go ahead and take it away, Jose.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us. So you've heard about all the great leads, programs, and the software. So we want to make sure that as soon as you're clear to originate, that you're not spinning your wheels trying to figure it out. So we do have plenty of support for you. You already heard about the Knowledge Center. That is fully digital index version of everything that we do at the mortgage calculator. It's a very handy tool. Definitely recommended. Before you reach out for any assistance, you reach out to the Knowledge Center, see what's there, so that then if you need clarification on what's already in there, we can assist you with more focus. You also heard about our Zoom room, where we have in-house processors staffing the Zoom room during working hours and working days. That's a great way to quickly get any questions answered without having to wait to meet with your team leader, which is another layer of support that we have. Every LO is assigned to a team leader. So as soon as a loan application comes in, For example, you get an email alert, your team leader gets an email alert, management gets an email alert, and we're all quickly looking into the file to see what guidance we can provide so that you are not spinning your wheels and your loan gets off on the right foot. You will meet with your team leader to have any non-delegated files where we are the lender disclosed. You will also meet with your team leader to have any brokered files reviewed prior to you going to the lender portal to having it disclosed. So in-house files, we disclose them right after the file review is completed with your team leader. In-house files where we're the lender also have processing included, whereas the brokered files, we give you the option of using third-party processing or self-processing the file if you want to save the borrower some money. So as far as disclosures, once the in-house file where we're the lender is disclosed, it is then assigned to the intake processor, who will complete the intake duties and then will register your file on the portal that you chose and then submit your file to underwriting. As soon as underwriting is completed on the file, your processor, who was assigned when disclosure was completed, will sync the conditions into the CRM and then we'll start working with you to compile the conditions from the borrower so that then we can resubmit back to underwriting for the clear to close. And when we do get the clear to close, we do have our closing manager and closing department, which will assist you, and we'll work with the fulfillment companies that generate our documents so that we can have a quick and happy closing. So again, many different ways to get assistance on your new files. And also it's pretty cool that at the Mortgage Calculator, we do operate in 2 channels. We have the non-delegated channel where we are the lenders. That's the one where we have the best pricing. And that's the one where you get the most support. And then we have the broker channel for those outlier programs that we may not have as a lender, but we certainly don't want you to miss any opportunities with your borrower. So looking forward to having you all join the Mortgage Calculator.
All right. Thank you, Jose. Now, the next thing I'm going to do here is let's go over the next steps, and then we will open it up to questions. So let me go ahead and share my screen again here real quick. So when you're ready to move forward, you're going to go to the mortgagecalculator.com/join, right? And you're going to go ahead and sign up for the applicable plan here. And well, they're both essentially this plan, right? Until you move up to a senior. And so what happens is when you click apply, it's going to take you to fill out some information, and then it's going to go right into the compensation agreement. Now, you don't need to sign it right then. It's going to send you an email with it as well. So take your time and review it. But once you're ready to move forward, once you sign that initial agreement, that's what's going to kick off all of the next steps of us sending you the information we need to sponsor your license and getting your employment ID documents and all that kind of stuff. So first step is to come here, sign up. Once you do sign that initial agreement, that will kick off all of the next steps. So what we'll do here is we will go ahead and stop recording, and we will open it up to questions.